Most annual smartwatch refreshes are easy to predict. A new color, a marginally better chipset, maybe a firmware tweak dressed up as a feature. The Huawei Watch GT 7 series doesn't fit that mold. Based on the density and consistency of recent leaks, this generation appears to be a structural rework rather than a surface-level update, touching materials, positioning hardware, sensor architecture, and the underlying OS all at once. Here's the full picture, full rundown of what's currently known, drawn from tipster leaks and cross-reference reporting. The GT7 retains Huawei's established geometric dial language, but leaks describe a meaningful reduction in bezel width alongside a thinner overall case profile, a change aimed at improving wearability without shrinking usable display area. Structurally, the lineup splits into three distinct configurations. The Watch GT 7 Pro is confined to a 46mm case and reportedly moves to premium materials, specifically titanium for the case body and sapphire glass for the display cover, available in black, green, or yellow. The standard 46mm model sticks with more conventional materials and expands the color range to black, brown, yellow, or blue. A smaller 41mm standard variant rounds out the lineup, aimed at users with smaller wrists, offered in white, gray, pink, or blue. The materials gap between Pro and Standard suggests Huawei is positioning the Pro less as a size variant and more as a genuinely distinct hardware tier. The most consequential rumor in this cycle is standalone eSIM support extending across standard models rather than being locked to the Pro tier. If accurate, this would let the GT7 place calls, send messages, and trigger emergency alerts without a tethered smartphone in range, a capability that's been requested since at least the GT5 generation. On the navigation side, the Sunflower Positioning System, first introduced with the GT6, is expected to receive a multi-band upgrade specifically engineered to improve accuracy in signal-degraded environments like dense urban cores and tree-covered trails. This is the leak most directly aimed at Garmin, whose multi-band GNSS implementation has remained one of the clearest differentiators between the two ecosystems for serious runners and cyclists. Adding an eSIM radio and a brighter display panel typically comes at a real power cost, but leaks suggest Huawei has offset this through software-level efficiency work rather than just a larger cell. The Pro variant is rumored to hit up to 21 days of battery life under standard usage patterns, which, if it holds, would be a genuinely strong result given the added power draw from cellular standby and an upgraded AMOLED panel running at higher peak brightness. Huawei's TruSense platform is expected to undergo its most substantial revision yet on the GT7. Leaks point to expanded ECG capability paired with deeper arrhythmia analysis and arterial stiffness mapping, sensor functions that push meaningfully past general wellness tracking and into a category closer to Huawei's dedicated Watch D line. Sleep tracking also gets an update, built on Huawei's most recent sleep algorithm revision and paired with temperature-based recovery metrics, giving a more complete read on overnight recovery quality rather than just duration and stage breakdown. On the sports performance side, references to a track legend or racing legend trademark hint at a more serious training analytics layer, including cycling virtual power estimation, VO2 max tracking calibrated for cyclists specifically, and dynamic load tracking for strength training sessions. Together, These point toward Huawei trying to compete on training depth, not just baseline fitness metrics. HarmonyOS 7 underpins most of what's being promised elsewhere in this leak cycle. Beyond general performance improvements, it's expected to bring deeper background app handling and more reliable cross-device syncing within Huawei's ecosystem. The more consequential change, at least for buyers coming from other platforms, is expanded third-party app gallery access, historically one of the GT series' weakest points relative to Apple Watch and Wear OS. Contextualized notification management is also mentioned, meaning the watch should get better at surfacing genuinely relevant alerts instead of treating every notification with equal priority. Viewed as a whole, this leak set describes a watch addressing nearly every structural criticism leveled at the GT series over the past 2 generations. Materials differentiation on the Pro, eSIM reaching standard models, a real GPS hardware upgrade, and sensor functions bordering on clinical grade all point to Huawei treating the GT7 as a legitimate step up rather than an annual refresh. The software layer matters just as much if HarmonyOS 7 genuinely widens third-party app support that removes one of the more persistent reasons cross-platform buyers have hesitated on Huawei wearables. A source with a solid track record on Huawei's wearable roadmap has pointed to an online launch event landing by September 2026. That's a deliberate acceleration from the September cadence Huawei has stuck to across recent GT generations, and it likely reflects a strategic decision to get the GT7 to market ahead of the company's busier autumn product cycle, which typically includes new Mate series phones and the Watch D3. On pricing, early projections put the baseline standard configuration in the $330 to $350 USD range, keeping it roughly aligned with where the Watch GT6 entered the market, rather than pushing the series into a higher price bracket. Thank you for tuning in. None of this carries an official confirmation from Huawei yet, and details around pricing and exact battery figures will likely shift before launch. But the consistency across independent tipsters on materials, connectivity, GPS, and sensor architecture makes this one of the more credible leak cycles the GT series has produced. If even a portion of this lands as described, the Watch GT7 could mark the point where Huawei stops playing catch-up in serious sports tracking. Which upgrade here matters most to you? Let us know in the comments.